straightforward, effective, and to share some of the practices we have been using. It will be quite impossible to present all possible remote tools for collaboration, but we selected some here that brings us some kind of collaboration, productivity increase, improvement, quality, communication, and all the needs that some of the some people in organization are currently expecting to. So maybe one, two, or some won't be applicable for you. And if you know that, I apologize for presenting that again. But I hope you can find some value. And if at the end you have any questions, comments, please feel free to do so. So I expect to do this presentation in 30 minutes to 30 to 45 minutes, and at the end, some Q&A. So let's start. And as I mentioned before, this presentation will be made available sometime after we finish today. So let's go. So what I have here, and basically I work with BERTEIG Consulting. I'm a consultant trainer, and especially with this new reality and environment, we have had to find some tools to increase our productivity and at the same time help us to deliver what we do, consulting and training to our clients. Sometimes we just use their tools and their platforms, but some other times when they don't have it, we offer some ideas. So what you're gonna see here are some of the tools that we use. Not all the tools we use, but some of them that we have been using for trainings, workshops, and consulting engagements as well. So if you don't know BERTEIG yet, connect, just go to our website. We offer training, consulting, and some certification that you might be interested in. So BERTEIG.com is the website to go. And about myself, I have been working with consulting and training for almost 15 years now. Started my career with project management, Lean Six Sigma projects, and now it's completely focused on agile improvements and implementation. So if there's any other questions about that, although the webinar is not focused on that today, just message me. So basically what I'm gonna cover here are focused on 3 items. So what are the tools that you can use for video and communication, for team collaboration, specifically board collaboration and messaging, and at the end some Q&A. So some of the tools available, not every tool that is available at the market now. We have Zoom, Google Meet, Teams, Microsoft Teams, Cisco WebEx, and not known enough this video facilitator, which I'm gonna talk a little bit about. So I must say that I have been using all of them. They're very good. We are currently using Zoom for some reasons, and that's why I basically want to share. An important disclaimer: we are not being paid for doing this webinar, okay? So any choice here is just the choice that we've made based on the constraints and needs, and we are not being paid for any of these tools to do. This is a not advertising webinar, okay? So for us, and the 2 most interesting ones are Zoom and Video Facilitator because of many factors. So one of them is it's pretty easy to use. It's straightforward. You share a link and people connect, like the webinar that you are doing here. And you can especially interact with your audience, like Zoom, for example, which is going to be the first one, you can do polling, you can do Q&A. I can invite you to join me in this webinar. You can talk and you can present. So it's pretty easy to use, and it has been offered some nice features as well. Virtual background, which I'm not using, by the way, but that has been helping out people to deliver work and get some work done. And why I mainly selected the two, Zoom and Video Facilitator, because the two of them have one interesting feature, which is the breakout rooms. So Google Meet, WebEx, and Microsoft Teams are working on that. There are some ways to work around and get into those breakout rooms, but it's not as friendly as it is in Zoom or Video Facilitator. So when we are doing trainings or consult engagement and we want to work with different teams and groups, we use them. We use Zoom and Video Facilitator as well. So I just want to launch a quick poll, and you probably are going to be able to see it. And there are just two questions. And if you are interested, just respond to them. I'm going to leave it open for 1 minute. The question is, how long have you been using Zoom? So today is the first time, less than 1 month, 1 to 6, more than 6 months. And if you have used the Zoom breakout rooms, so a few of you have already voted. And you see, so if you are doing a webinar or a presentation, you can prepare those questions in advance and you can use that to engage the audience. It requires some time because you have to, of course, prepare that in advance. But once it's there, it's pretty easy and straightforward. So I got some votes. 1 minute has passed. I'm gonna end the poll. And what you have to do is you have to share, although you can't see what is happening in the background. It's just a window, and once you hit share buttons, share poll results, you're going to be able to see. So not many of you have voted, 9 of you, but so basically all of you have been using Zoom somehow. 3 of you for less than 1 month, a few of you between 1 and 6, and 2 of you more than 6 months. So it has been growing. There were some concerns about security, etc. But if you were in a paid plan, you have encrypted communication, and that's something that organizations care about it. Again, why do we use them? Because there is the breakout rooms features, and 2 of you haven't used, and 7 of you have used this feature before. So think like this. Let's say that we want to do an exercise, or we want to work separately. You can send people to different rooms. It's like a meeting room that you can have a separate discussion and conversation with someone else. So we have been doing an experiment at BERTEIG. So since the lockdown, basically what we did is, since we needed to work distributed, we want to have a common place to work on. Although everyone was on emails, Slack, and other tools, we want to work together when it was necessary. So what we set up it is we logged all in one meeting in Zoom, and we created as many rooms as we wanted. So let's say 10 people in a room, we could have 10 meeting, 10 separate rooms, or 5. It would depend. We made some experiments, but basically you could work yourself on something that was important, but you also could rapidly meet with someone else without having to create a meeting invitation or doing something or scheduling something, make sure that the order was available. Another interesting thing, because we were all assigned with co-host privileges, we were able to connect to each other very rapidly. So we would just have to move to one room to another. So that increased the agility we were seeking for, especially in this important moment that we had to pivot our business from only in person, not only, but 99% in person events to a virtual learning events organization. So that worked very well for us when doing that. That was one of the uses. And again, um, we've chosen this especially because it has been good, stable enough, and working well for us. There are some glitches, and but unfortunately, you can work around. And there's a comment here. Unfortunately, Zoom is starting to be blocked by many companies. Yes, Donald, uh, that's true. So we face this challenge with some of our clients, and but some of them they were totally fine. With those who were fine, we were able to work. It was fine, okay. For others, we had to use some other tools like Teams and including this video facilitator. So let me, and this is why I want to share with you all. So I'm sharing here my screen. Let's stop share results. And I want to show you quickly. So this is the Zoom website, pretty straightforward if you don't know, zoom.us. And this is the video facilitator room. So the idea here, and it's a startup company, they are trying to replace, they are trying to compete against Zoom. So if you don't know them, again, we are not paid by any of these companies. We are just sharing some practices that we are using. So you can use this, and the interesting part is that you can create the breakout rooms here, and easily users can join those breakout rooms. So it's an easy way, it's something good, and it is a good alternative if Zoom is not accepted. Uh, and yeah, this is just a way to work around. You can do those breakout rooms, and that is one important feature for us in Google Meets, but it's kind of complicated having to create lots of meetings and asking participants to leave and join again. Anyway, so here's an alternative video facilitator if you want to explore them. There are other startups uh, following the same model and trying to get a piece of the market. I would say those are the two that we found useful for what we are doing. Okay, so those are the ones that I wanted to show you. Again, I'm going to jump into the board's collaboration, but any comments, feel free to put it on the chat. So because we work with many individuals, again, training, meetings, in a meeting, you would have a big whiteboard where you could draw, you could create things, you could use stickies, you could play together until you get into a message. So we try to simulate the same environment with different tools. And we found some. This is called Miro. So Miro is the one that we chose, and which I'm going to demonstrate as well. But there are others. So there's Miro, there's Concept Board, there are, again, others that are trying to simulate the same thing. I'm going to demonstrate this one, and then the Mentimeter, which is another one to engage audiences as well. So, okay, let me change the sequence a little bit. Let's go to Mentimeter first, then we go to Miro. So for this one, And similar to what we did into Zoom, it serves for larger audiences. So I have prepared 2 questions for each one of you. You can either use your phone, you just have to point your camera to this QR code, and it's gonna show you, if you point a camera, if it's gonna give you an option to go to a website. Or if you're in a computer, you just type menti.com, and there will be it will be asked for a code. So you type this code 929828. So you go to menti.com, and then you type that code. So when you start there, and let me share my screen. I'm sharing the results presentation. So this is live. Oh my God, some of you are already responding. Nice. So you just go to menti.com and use this code. I had prepared this before, and you get a live response. So have you used Mentimeter before? So 6 of you, no, you have not. 1 of you has, nice. And it stays locked until I move to the next one. So 7 of you have logged in. Okay, not everyone, but this gives us an idea. And you can prepare many types of questions. So I'm gonna go to the next slide. And by the way, you can embed this presentation in Excel, PowerPoint, or any other tool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the next one. And differently, that one you have to select yes or no, but now you can type. So my question is, what city are you currently in? Okay, and see, one is in Calgary, Burlington, Barrie, Dallas. For the one of you that you're in Burlington, I'm in Oakville, so we're very close. But so 4 of you have responded with me. Okay, so and this is very nice, Mississauga. So this is very nice, especially when you were creating, you have a huge audience, you're presenting back to a huge audience. So it's an interesting tool. And again, if you want to engage your audience, that's a nice way of doing it. Okay, the 8 of you that were logged in, and you can jump into back and forth. That's the idea of Mentimeter, but you can create analysis, you can do charts, and it's a very rapid way to collect information and interact with everyone. Okay, I'm a big fan of this one, but that serves a purpose of if you're presenting or you want to get some feedback and collect right away a message. Anyway, the other one that I want to present is the Miro board. And so let me copy this link and paste it for you. I'm going to paste that on the chat. So hopefully you're going to be able to see that, and you're going to be able to go directly. So on a chat, I put the message with the link so you can log into Miro. It's not coming up. Okay, so let's try another thing, which is, oh, okay, I think I found it. What about now? Do you have the link? Yes, thank you, Rosa. Fantastic. So my fault, I shared one only with the panelists instead of the attendees. But you have it now. So Miro, if you haven't used it before, it's a collaboration tool. And this is the Miro board. And I shared the link which you could view. I'm gonna change here that you can add it, and you can, This is going to be the same link. I don't have to copy it. And there are some guests coming. There we go. So the interesting thing, you can do whatever you want there, okay? Feel free to delete, remove, add the things. It's like I'm inviting you to a board with just a link. We can collaborate. And I see, oh, Lima, Peru, nice. Bienvenido. So we can collaborate. It's like we are in the same environment, we are in the same room, and we can enable some of the features. So interestingly, but not as much explored, there are some features here. So let's say we want to use the video chat, so we can all enable this option, and everyone's going to be able to see each other. I won't do that because if we do that, we're going to create a conflict between the two mediums that we are using. So Matt is adding a sticky note here. Okay, good morning from Toronto. So I think you're getting there. So one important thing is just so you can learn, there's this arrow here, select. So if you click and then you have the black arrow, you can select things, okay? But if you click again, you're gonna see a white hand, and with that white hand, you can move the board. So you can just click once, twice, and that's one thing. The sticky notes, some of you have found, you just have to go to the left. There's a sticky note. You can choose many colors and different options. And that's it. So when you are doing a meeting, event, a training, like we do a lot, you can use those things to collaborate with people. So we are not in the same environment for many reasons, but we can work together as a group and a team. And this is a good collaboration. What else can I show you all? There are a few things. So if you go to the three dots, you can Google image search. You can just click in there. You can put an icon. Say, let's say that I want an airplane. So you can choose whatever you want and just drag and drop, and you're gonna have your airplane. Okay. Let's do a quick experiment. I hope you can all see the sticky notes, the yellow ones that I put on at on the right. Go there and no, there's a heart. Thank you. Go there and just put one tool that you like for remote collaboration. Okay, so just double click and put the name of the tool that you like most for remote collaboration. Just choose one. Okay, this is just to be a quick exercise. So I see that others are playing somewhere. And Bradley, you're not with your guest login anymore. You're using your own. Nice. So just put the name of the two. Make sure. Oh, someone brought some cards. Let me move that here. Okay. Yeah, so Miro, try guys to type inside the sticky note, if you can, please. And the reason why is that I'm gonna try to do a very quick exercise. So I see one put here, Miro, okay. Bradley, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna write Google Meet. For you to write inside of the stick, you just have to double click and it's gonna be fine. Teams, okay. Stormboard, I don't know that one. Okay. Okay, so we have some, and if you know the dot voting exercise, we can do that here. So for example, let's say that I have the three ones that are here, so like Miro and Stormboard, Google Meet. Oops, sorry, I'm gonna move this one here. I'm gonna delete this arrow just for as an example. So I'm gonna split this one into two. I hope you are with me. And this is something that some people do in their meetings. You can do a dot voting. Let's try to do that live. So we have four of them here. Okay, and we can set up a dot voting. So there's an option here at the bottom, which is called voting. I select that one. I select what I want. So for example, I just want the sticky notes, and I'm going to set up the area, which is going to be only this. And each one of you are going to have one vote, okay? So we're going to have 2 minutes to vote. Let's see what's going to happen. You're going to select between the four of them which one you like most. You just have to click. Oh, by the way, probably you have a bar on the left which says vote now, and you click on that one, and then you start voting. Okay. One minute left. Yeah, let's see what's going to happen. All right, let's see. End voting now. I'm going to end, and we're going to see. So it's processing the results. I have no idea what's going to come up. Okay, let's see. Oh, nice. So two of you like the Stormboard. There's the Padlet, where that came from. Okay. Miro, Google Meet, Teams, so different ones. So you can use dot voting, and so there are some features that you can definitely explore. Okay. I'm gonna leave it open. So play around if you want to. That's it. So again, you can create links, you can do lots of things, but you can basically interact using that too. That's the purpose of those collaborations boards. I'm gonna check the Storm board later on. Thank you very much for the suggestion. And all right. So again, those are the tools that we have been using in our events, and some comments. So Danielle, I see that you have your hands up. If you can, just type your message, and, and I'll take a look. So some comments here from Brad. I have found Miro to be too distracting when everyone is using it. Oh, let me show you one thing. I agree, Brad, completely. And if you are there, which I suspect so, there's an option here. So if everyone is there, you see lots of cursors, you can come here and you can hide people's cursors. So if I click again, I see everyone. But if I click here, there is no one. The challenge is that if everyone is changing everything at the same time. So it can be very chaotic. But if you set some ground rules, you can you can avoid that distraction. So you can again show, and there is everyone, or hide, and there, that's okay. So hopefully that will help. Math cool feature is to click on the item on the left, then it goes to the icon on the board. Yes, so you can click that. So Niji, I added a Stormboard. My team is using it for remote collaboration. Nice. I'm gonna check it. And I was able to quickly find Padlet. It seems off to be off to the side. Okay. And good. So there are a few things. What I would recommend is, if you choose one of those tools, if you haven't, try to see some quick tutorials. Sometimes they bring some valuable information, like, okay, you can use the selection button, but you can use the move button, so you can move the board. But if you're in select and you hold the bar, you can easily move the board. So there are some shortcuts and tips that you can learn from those quick tutorials. I hope you can take advantage on that. And what else I have here? And so we did this, we did the mirror, and I think the last one is, and again, not paid presentation, but only we are sharing some practices that we have been using. So I'm a big fan of Teams, and especially with some clients, we use them a lot. For some other clients, there's an interesting communicator, very informal, which is WhatsApp, but some people and organizations find it useful. You can share documents, files, not as organized as Slack or Teams. And Facebook owns WhatsApp, and they just released a new feature which you can send money, pay for products. So it's pretty interesting. You may take a look. And the one that we use is Slack. So it has been growing. Not everyone is going to use, but at the same time, you can connect those many tools that I was presenting, like the Miro. You can use it. You can connect to Zoom with them. So Slack comes with an attempt to replace emails, and you can have messaging everywhere in an easy and organized way. So that's our choice and what we use in a daily basis. Okay. Wow, that was quite quick, but that was what I had to offer and present to you. So I don't know if there's any questions or comments. I hope some of them they can be used and improve something that you're doing. If there's a specific need and you don't have a tool for that, just share what's your need, your comments, and I'll do my best to help you find a tool for that. But that's it. Again, we want to share the practices we have and some of the tools we use, and those are the ones that we presented here. So whatever you were doing, training, presentations, remote collaboration with the groups, you have some tools now to work with them. I don't know if there's any questions or comment, but we are coming into the end. Okay. Yeah, and so thank you very much all for attending from different parts of the world. And there's one question here. Are all these tools free? So you can use them all for free with some limitations. So Rosa, you can use them for free with some limitations, like Zoom, you have 40 minutes to use for it, but you can work that around having more, scheduling another meeting. Slack, there's a limit of amount of messages? Yes. Uh, what other? Miro? Yes, you can create a few boards for free. Um, and what other tool? I think that's all. And Mentimeter, you can ask 2 questions only for free. Okay, but again, you can have several presentations and you can use that. But yes, you can start and try them for free. And if you use them a lot, they're not expensive or they're not as much expensive, but you can use them. Okay. All right. So not sure if there are any other questions or comments, but I'll be here available for a few more minutes, and that's it. And I hope it was useful, valuable at some point. Thank you very much for joining. I wish you have a fantastic afternoon, Friday afternoon, and a great weekend. Thank you all.